The Indianapolis Prize is considered to be the top award you can earn in animal conservation, so it's a little bit surreal to think, wow, okay, I'm there. And the fact that it is really garnering an international reputation and recognition will help a lot, because then you have that as a platform on which to speak about really vital, important issues. You can't be dismissed as, a marginal effort if you've won the Indianapolis Prize.
Dr. Amanda Vincent was the first biologist to study seahorses underwater. As the founder of Project Seahorse, Vincent spent the bulk of her early career underwater, discovering that the tiny, mysterious fish form permanent pair bonds.
The very first things that we learned about seahorses in the oceans come from Amanda's pioneering research. In doing that, she brought the magical world of the seahorse above water.
We have a very unusual approach in our Project Seahorse team where we put seahorses at the center of the universe.
I think seahorses are a very potent flagship species because they have such a readily identifiable charisma.
When you reach out and tickle a seahorse's tail and it lets go and grabs onto your hand and sits there sort of staring at you, they're so unreal, they're so mythical.
That mythology is a driving force that keeps the seahorse on black markets around the world. Annually, millions of seahorses are harvested for use in traditional medicine practices. Vincent has worked tirelessly to uncover illegal trade and has created relationships to move towards the sustainable harvesting of seahorses and other ocean wildlife.
They're saying that the seahorses in trade should be at least 10 centimeters height.
As the chair of the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Seahorse Specialist Group, Vincent successfully fought to place the seahorse and other marine fishes on the IUCN's Red List. She then led the way for the listing of seahorses at the 2002 Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, the first marine fish to be included in the convention since it was signed. As a consequence, the 182 signatory nations to CITES are required to regulate seahorse exports for sustainability.
That was an unbelievable watershed in marine conservation. It transformed our view of fish from being food to being biodiversity.
Seahorses, I think, were probably Amanda's shrewdest move. If you reach the objective of saving seahorses, having more seahorses somewhere, you can only achieve that by having a healthier marine habitat.
Vincent's trailblazing work with local governments and citizens led to the establishment of marine protected areas where seahorses live. The first areas she set up were in the Philippines, with the model spreading to over 35 protected areas around the globe.
If you do it right, then that community tells the next all about it, and the next one is easier. That's what's made marine protected areas so common in the Philippines, that villages see the benefits and they want one.
Fish are recovering, seahorses are getting larger. We couldn't have done those except by generating.
I have no idea how Amanda does everything that she does. She's a mom to 2 children. I guess she has a bigger plate than most of us.
There's a long way to go, and luckily I have lots of life left in me to do it. We've put in decades and decades of hard work and developed innovative ways of tackling things and a very holistic approach to conservation that was perhaps not common when we started. The fact that that is now being recognized as having really made a difference is very special.